All right, my friends, I have gotten to this point where the new carburetor, this is a 3236 DFEV Weber, replacing what was originally here, which was this guy. Lots of reasons to want to replace that, but the reason I'm here with you now is I just want to provide a visual of my assumptions about how I'm hooking this up. And it's not just assumptions. I have read quite a bit and watched some videos and looked at the manuals and referred to the Weber carburetor instructions themselves. First of all, this is my charcoal canister. This line coming from the midpoint down the charcoal canister up to the top here of the top of the carburetor to collect vapors and such. I believe that's what's happening here. There was some confirmation from the groups online about this as well. I noticed I haven't finished attaching anything because I'm not that dumb. I'm dumb, but not that dumb. Here's the line for putting the juice in, my filter, and that runs over to the pump. And I went with the original style pump on this thing. Then the other connections to this carburetor are this little vacuum hose. I think this is supposed to go to the top of the charcoal canister. I found there was originally a small format, small gauge hose that looped around and stuck in the side of the old carburetor. So I think that's where that's supposed to go, I think. So I'll just pull that out and give you a visual there. I think that's what's going on there. So we will come back to that question. The replacing carburetor meant going with an electric thermostat on the choke. So this was my original wiring, so carefully labeled, as you can see, from the original vehicle. So I've attached that here. I think that's it, except for the oil breather, which I have already installed into the housing here for the air filter. So that's going to get a hose going, circling down underneath the intake here to the crankcase breather. So that is going to happen, and of course the linkage to the throttle cable. So I think that's what I have. Tell me please how many ways I've got this wrong. And also I had a question about with the car, we've got a fuel in and a fuel out, and I cannot for the life of me figure out where's the fuel out supposed to go now. Anyway, is it supposed to go down there where that thing was? It is a smaller gauge than the inlet for the fuel. So I am wondering if this is supposed to go there, and if so, where is the top of this charcoal canister supposed to go? Final thing, brake booster. I have yet to connect that, and I will do so after I pull this back off, after I've figured out how many ways I've got this wrong. But the brake booster hose is going to come from, where are my fingers pointing? Right here, into the bottom of the, right there. There's a little port at the bottom of the intake. I think that's what I'm supposed to do there. Very short run. Anyway, thanks again for your collective intelligence and patience as I try to put this thing back on the road inside my tiny shop.